The Citizen Kane of awful movies, The Room, the Tommy Wiseau shit show. We're rolling film right now. What's up? It's Russell here at HHWoodReviews, and if you guys haven't, go ahead and click that subscribe button, that bell notification icon. You'll get notified anytime I drop a new movie review, a new trailer review, anything new, you guys will get notified, so go ahead and do that. And also, don't forget to like and comment. Anything you can do to help the channel grow, I'd appreciate it, so thank you. With the release of The Disaster Artist starring James Franco, I am going to be reviewing a movie that is basis for the movie The Disaster Artist, which would be the title film called The Room. It is a 2003 film that is rated R with a runtime of 1 hour and 39 minutes. It is directed by Tommy Wiseau, and it stars Tommy Wiseau, Greg Sestero, and Juliette Danielle. This movie is probably one of the worst movies you'll ever watch, but it is a train wreck that you have to see unfold before your very eyes. Tommy Wiseau's character, Johnny, works in banking and he does very well. He lives in San Francisco with Lisa, who's his fiance, but he never says the word fiance. He says it's his future wife. Anyway, this movie's a train wreck. Anyway, he loves her, but she is in love with his best friend, Mark, played by Greg Sestero. Well, anyway, she cheats on Johnny with Mark, and pretty much talks about how she wants to leave and she's in love with Mark and doesn't like Johnny and all that stuff. Anyway, then there is a creepy neighbor kid by the name of Denny who has a thing for Lisa too, which is really weird. You'll see it if you watch the movie. And he wants to watch Johnny and Lisa take a nap together. This movie is really out there, and it's awful. There's a reason why this movie is one of the worst movies, but it's a train wreck that you have to watch unfold before your very eyes. Some of the long list of cons to the movie, there's cheesy sex scenes where it looks like they're not even having sex, like legit, like he's like on her, like top of her stomach, and it's out there. There's cheesy music played before every sex scene, so you know when you hear the cheesy music, sex is happening. Tommy Wiseau's laugh throughout the whole entire film is super annoying. Denny, the neighbor, is a creep, and he's like a creep throughout the whole entire film. The sex scenes are completely awful and off the wall. They're like the worst sex scenes I've ever seen. Constant scenes with footballs. You'll see there's a ton of footballs in this movie if you ever watch it. There's always football throwing, mention of throwing footballs, tossing the football, weird stuff there. And this movie's just a jumble. It's an absolute jumble. Overall, I'd give this movie a 10 out of 100 simply because this movie actually got back into mainstream, and like, I don't know how, but it got back into the mainstream because of The Disaster Artist, and it's crazy. This movie only made like $1,600, I was researching, and the budget was $6 million, which I don't understand how. If you watch this film, you will be absolutely baffled by how they spent $6 million. These people were cashing in like $2 performances. Seriously, there's better acting in porno movies. I'm not lying. I had to share some of the funny scenes in this movie. There's one where Johnny is talking and he wants to take a nap with Lisa at the beginning of the film, and the creeper Denny comes up and he's like pillow fighting with them, and Johnny goes, "Denny, two's great but three's a crowd." The classic one-liners in this movie that are just cheesy, shitty writing. There's another one where Johnny goes, "Thanks, Mark. I am so glad to have you as my best friend, and I love Lisa so much." Like completely stuff out of left field, completely. There's another one where the famous one is, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa," because when he's like upset that Lisa's, cheating on him and stuff like that. And then there's another famous one that's coming out from The Disaster Artist. He goes, "I did not hit her. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark." Again, completely off the wall, and it's hilarious, though. You have to watch this movie to appreciate how awful it is. And then there's one where Lisa's mom has breast cancer. She goes, "The tests come back. I definitely have breast cancer." Not even upset about it at all. Completely out, like I said. This is the dialogue that this movie really has, and it's awful. There's another one. This is one of my favorite ones. This is right at the beginning of the film where Johnny's character goes to get flowers for Lisa, and he walks into pick up at the store to pick up flowers. So Johnny goes, "Hi." The clerk goes, "Can I help you?" And Johnny goes, "Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?" The clerk goes, "Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go." She's looking at him this whole entire time. Johnny goes, "That's me. How much is it?" Clerk goes, it'll be $18. And then Johnny goes, here you go, keep the change. Hi, doggy. He pets this like random dog. And then a clerk goes, you're my favorite customer. Johnny goes, thanks a lot. Bye. And clerk goes, bye-bye. She says that he is her favorite customer, and she was there, and she didn't even realize it was him. Like, this is the shit that this whole entire film absolutely goes through. And it's so out of left field. This movie is so bad. But you have to watch it. You have to watch it and appreciate how bad it is. Like I said, it is the best, worst movie I've ever seen in my life. And this is a spoiler review here. Like I'll timestamp it. But so pretty much all this stuff unfolds with Johnny and Lisa, and Johnny is like devastated that Lisa's cheating on him with his best friend, and everything unravels after that. Well, and then the film ends with him killing himself. He shoots himself. He ends up putting a gun in his mouth and shooting himself, and he's laying dead on the floor, and they walk in, and they go, is he dead? There's blood literally everywhere. There's right behind his head and all throughout, like you see blood everywhere. And this is, like I said, this movie's so bad you guys absolutely have to watch it. It's one of those movies. I thought it would be fun to review this film for the Disaster Artist that comes out. I'll be reviewing that next, so I'll link these videos together for your enjoyment. Like I said, it's on YouTube, so search it, type in The Room movie and watch it. It has like Spanish subtitles on it, but you can watch it for free. So anyway, it didn't really bother me, but you guys have to watch the train wreck that this movie is. So yeah, so like I said, that's the movie in a nutshell. I gave it a 10 out of 100 simply because the movie was actually made and people actually said, hey, this is actually a good idea, and went ahead with it. So like I said, train wreck, awful movie, but you have to watch it. Like I said, you can watch it for free on YouTube. Have you guys seen The Room? Go ahead and sound off in the comments down there. I know with the Disaster Artist coming out, that's why I decided to view The Room, because I wanted to see the movie that the Disaster Artist is kind of based upon. So I wanted to watch it firsthand. But did you guys like it? Did you guys think it was awful like everybody else does? Sound off there in the comments. Are you excited to see the Disaster Artist? I know I am. I think James Franco is going to kill it. He looks just like Tommy Wiseau, so I think this movie is going to be really funny. Sound off there in the comments. Let's talk. And join me next time on Howell's Hollywood Reviews when I bring you the Disaster Artist. And until then, we'll see you guys in Hollywood.